What's up, everybody? I'm going to be talking to you today about two very important things, and that's calorie restriction and extreme dieting. Does calorie restriction really work, and does extreme dieting really help with long-term goals? Be sure to check me out and find out. Stay tuned.
Heartache, heartbreak, pain, that's the only song we sing.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Justin, the Vegan Savage, and I'm coming to you today live from my backyard. I had to change up the scenery, but I'm trying to make this video as fast as possible because the mosquitoes are eating me for dinner right now, and I just can't have that. They're eating me alive. But as you can see, I've made a little better progress. I've gotten me a microphone so you can hear me a little better. Got me a little camera stand so I can be free to engage. But I'm going to talk to you today about something very important, and it is extreme calorie restriction and why dieting does not work. And what I mean by why dieting doesn't work, I mean when you deprive yourself of foods and things that you love, it doesn't work. It's not realistic. So I'm going to talk to you about this from my own personal experience. So I started my weight loss journey in April of 2016, and I've been very consistent for the most part, and I'm going to just let you know there have been downfalls, but for the most part I've been very consistent with staying with my diet. Now, I'm not really sure how many calories I was taking in before I started my weight loss journey, but let me tell you, everything I ate was high in diabetes and high in heart attack and high in blood pressure. I'm just going to tell you that right now. It was high in fat, high in cholesterol, and high in salt. So just straight out the bat, everything that I ate, because I would eat pizza 3 days a week, and I would order a large pizza with wings and the soda and all that stuff 3 days a week, and I would eat a large pizza by myself. And if I wasn't eating pizza, I was eating from Hibachi Japanese restaurant. I was eating from there and getting all the fixings with the fried rice and the beef, shrimp, and chicken that they had there. So everything that I was eating was high in fat, high in cholesterol, and we had loads of salt in it. So I wasn't eating healthy at all, like under no circumstances. So I'm not really sure how many calories I was intaking, but and I started out at 405 pounds. What I did was I downloaded my FitnessPal and entered my height, weight, and all that good information in, and said how many calories I wanted to lose, and then I adjusted it myself to take me down to like 2,200 calories to consume a day. When I was consuming 2,200 calories a day, I was fine because my workout regimen wasn't intense at all. Like, I would walk for 30 minutes 6 days a week, and then after walking for 30 minutes I started walking for an hour for 6 days a week, and then I started realizing I was starting to lose weight, and not just lose weight, but I would start losing a few inches off of my waist as well. And so then, after starting to do some research, because I started to get real serious about losing weight, because I really needed to, I started getting really serious about it. So I started understanding that I shouldn't just be doing cardio, but I needed to start adding some weight training to the mix. So after I started doing weight training, I started realizing that I'm starting to be hungry. I'm starting to be hungrier more, but it didn't really dawn on me to increase my calories. And it didn't dawn on me to increase my calories because I got to a point where I hit a plateau where, like, 2 weeks straight, I was the same weight for 2 weeks straight, and I'm like, good grief. Every week before I was losing something. Now 2 weeks straight I haven't lost anything. So after the third week of me getting on the scale and realizing that I haven't lost a pound in almost a month, then I was like, okay, so maybe I need to decrease my calories again. I never thought to increase the intensity of my workouts, but I decreased the calories that I was consuming. So I dropped my calorie intake all the way down to a whopping 1,200 calories a day. People, by no means should you ever in your life consume 1,200 calories a day, and that's it. I got to the point where I was literally starving. I would and I would consume the 1,200 calories well before I would go to the gym, because I didn't go to the gym until like late at night, like 8, 9, most of the time 11 o'clock ish or so. I would go to the gym around 11 o'clock at night. And so, with that being said, I wasn't doing myself any favors. I would go to bed starving, because my thing is, for one, it's late at night, so I can't eat anything. I've already consumed my calories. I'm just going to have to sleep on it and hope for the best tomorrow. People, that is not, you should never do that. You should never restrict your calories all the way down to 1,200 calories. It messes with your hormones, it messes with your way of thinking, and your body literally goes into starvation mode. And it actually, in my experience, made it harder for me to lose any weight, because my body was just holding on to everything that it could hold on to. So we definitely don't want to do that. So I would get to the point where, in starvation mode and not thinking correctly, I would just grab anything that wasn't nailed down and would eat it. Like, it was the worst, because when I initially started, I had cut out everything fried. I wasn't eating, a lot of sweet things, except for like on Saturdays I would have myself a treat or something. I had cut out like beef and all that stuff, so I was only eating chicken and fish at the time, and eggs and all that type stuff. So I had started back, just grabbing anything. McDonald's is right down the street. I'm gonna go there, go to the Waffle House and grab a bunch of junk from the Waffle House. Like, I was doing all kind of stuff. And then, like, I would be on the interstate on my way home from the gym, and it would get to the point where, when I passed Krispy Kreme and saw that hot and ready sign on, I would get off of the interstate, go to Krispy Kreme and get a dozen of donuts and eat those on my way home, and then come home and eat 2 sandwiches and some potato chips and drink Kool-Aid or something. So I literally just got to the point where I just stopped caring about what I was eating and stopped caring about nutrition and everything, and just reverted back to bad habits, because my body was craving foods and I wasn't giving myself, the nutrition that it needed. So I was just in starvation mode, and in the mode of, I just need to eat, and didn't care what I was eating. And I set myself back 30 pounds. I had gained 30 pounds in a very little time from eating like that, because I did it for a period of 2.5 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. It was about 2 weeks. So I definitely want you to know that, although a lot of people may tell you that it's easy, people give you the upside of dieting, but people don't, and health and fitness, but people don't tell you there are times that you do struggle. There are times that you do get off track, and you go eat something that you shouldn't eat, and you do it more times than you should do it. But what we have to understand is that it's not bad to make a mistake, but you definitely have to learn from that mistake, make it a learning experience, and say that, from this experience, I learned that I can't do X, Y, Z, and then we take it and move from there. Now, what it worked for me is, when I would have, and even now I do it, when I have a craving for something sweet, what I do is I have a very good nutritional meal, and I'm vegan now, so I have a good nutritional meal, and then after that meal I'll say, okay, I'll indulge in, something sweet. And what I found out is that, in doing that, I didn't overeat anything anymore. Because I would be full from my meal, and I would only have 1 cookie instead of 6. Because at that point in time, before I came to my senses, I was eating whole packs of Oreo cookies in a night. I was eating the family pack of M&Ms with the peanuts in like a day. I mean, my diet had gone to hell in a handbasket in about 2 week period of time. So it was really bad. So you definitely have to take your experiences and learn from them, and make yourself better from your mistakes, and not beat yourself up, because then you beat yourself up, you lead to depression, and then you'll be like, okay, what's the use? So you definitely, if you have a bad day, shake yourself off and say, I'm going to make today a better day. And so that's what I did. And so after restricting my calories to 2,200 calories and going all the way down to 1,200 calories, I realized I definitely needed to increase my calories. Now, the crazy thing is, I was only consuming 1,200 calories, but I was doing HIIT cardio like for an hour. Isn't that crazy? Like, I would walk real fast. Like I would get like a good brisk walk on a 15 incline at 4.0 on the treadmill. And then if I wasn't walking, then for 30 seconds I would run as fast as I could on the same incline for a few seconds. I think I would max out at like 20 seconds. And then take the speed back down to 4.0 and walk, and then take the speed back up. It was crazy. I would do that for an hour, 3 days a week. And then I realized this is not something that I can do for the long haul. That's what we have to understand, is that when we are into health and fitness and when we are trying to reach our goals, we have to find a method that works for us and our goals that we can stick to, not just something that works temporarily. And that's the problem that I have with the calorie restriction and the extreme dieting, is that, is this something that I can live a lifestyle of? Can I do this for the rest of my life without falling off? Or is this something that I can only do for a temporary moment and then end up backtracking and gaining all of the weight or all of the progress that I've gained, losing all the progress that I've made? So you definitely, when dieting, you cannot just say, I will never again have anything sweet. I will never again eat anything that I love. I will never again have, great foods that I enjoy because my diet says I can't have it. No, you shouldn't always indulge in cheat meals, but you should definitely have a time and a place for, okay, I'm going to enjoy this today because I've done well. But what you don't want to do is set yourself back a whole week of progress in one meal. So what works is when you yourself, if you're interested in dieting and interested in weight loss and fat loss, what you have to do is you have to figure out what is the calorie intake that you should be intaking to keep the stay at your same weight. So in other words, your maintenance calories. That's the term I was looking for. You have to figure out your maintenance calories. There are several websites that you can go to figure out your maintenance calories. You have to put in your height, your weight, your age, and your sex, and it'll calculate, and your activity level, and then it'll calculate your maintenance calories, and then you'll just come down 500 calories under your maintenance calories, and then you'll still have progress, and you don't have to do extreme calorie restrictions like I've done in the past. And so I just want to be a help to somebody, because I still feel like I'm fairly new to this process, and I want to be able to help other people who are new to the process and don't really know what they should do, because everything that I know I've researched on my own, and I would like to intrigue you all that if you are new to the fat loss journey, that you should definitely do your research and not just do research from one source, but check out multiple outlets of research and see what's the comparison, what's the difference, because you have a lot of things out here, and a lot of people saying a lot of different things, but then there are some times where you'll find that you have multiple sites saying the same thing. So you definitely have to do your research, do your homework, and make sure that you go out and figure out the routine that best help you for your journey. And you can't go by, this person was able to do this and that person was able to do that. You have to see what works for you, and you have to stick with what works for you, because at the end of the day, you have a lot of people and you may have a lot of support, but this is your journey. So you have to make sure that whatever works for you is going to work. Whatever you choose is going to work for you. With that being said, I've lost a total of, I was going to say 211 pounds. That's what I weigh. I've lost a total of 193 pounds. I am very proud of myself, very happy about my journey. I was featured on my company's website, on the company's spotlight. I've received multiple support. I've never in a million years thought that I would be an inspiration to so many people. I get so many comments on Facebook and so many comments on Instagram and Snapchat saying, hey man, you just do not know, you've been an inspiration to me. So I definitely appreciate all the love that you all have shown. I've had managers from other sites of the company that I work for call me and be like, oh my God, Justin, you just do not know, because of you I am now inspired to start my weight loss journey. Because of you I'm inspired to get up and do something. So I definitely appreciate all the love, and let's remember we are all in this together. Get up, be active, and always remember to awaken your inner savage. If you like this video, be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, give me some feedback, let me know what I need to change, what I need to improve in. Just help a brother out. I'm always open to constructive criticism. All right, peace.